Well, good morning and welcome to Zen Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world. Broadcasting from the center of the world, but then you too are broadcasting from the center of your world. Do you hear the cat meowing in the background? Okay, anyway. Let's see, who shall we look at today? Swami Rama, or Swami Muktananda, or Swami Rama. These were my two gurus back in the 70s. And anyway, the title of this talk is, let me see, what is it? Forgot. Zen is a stretch. Okay. I've been writing on this group called Zen Buddhist Community, a rather large group, and I felt like, wow, these are kind of like my people here. But then I made a post where I compared the obelisk in Space Odyssey with the Zen master, or with the Zen cone, and they deleted the comment. When I asked them why, they kicked me out of the group. So they didn't want to stretch. Zen is a stretch. It's like when you have a connect the dots picture, and you say, "Oh, there's a donkey," and I'm there. See, I see it. Everybody said, "What do you see?" "I see a donkey. I believe I see a donkey there." And then but there's some dots in there that don't fit the donkey, and you either just, oh well, they're just they have no relevance. They have, we'll just, maybe I can erase them, or I just won't even see them. But there's a nagging there. There's an irritant, like a pebble in the shoe. What are those dots out there? And so you struggle with it, How can I make those dots fit the donkey? Or maybe if the donkey maybe there's a rope on the donkey and the rope goes out and gets the dots, maybe I can, no, that isn't it either. Or maybe the donkey has a hat, whatever. I keep trying to make the dots fit the donkey. And I struggle with this question. It bothers me, like a pebble in the shoe. Won't go away. Finally, I realize I can't figure it out. So I relax, but I don't leave it. I stay with it, but I relax. And suddenly, a larger picture pops into view. And it's my own face. Oh, what an ass I was. We play with these on social media all the time. What do you see here? Do you see a donkey? Do you see the car? Do you see the monkey? Oh, you look. I can't see it. Oh, I see it. Or can you find the 8 in these, pictures of numbers, and can you find the 8 or whatever? We're always playing, we like these. So Zen is like that. Zen, as I practice it, I'm not a Zen Buddhist. Maybe that's why they kicked me out of the group. But I practice the fundamental stretch of Zen, which is always the cat. I'm going to throw something at the cat. which is welcoming the stretch, the snap, the aha, the satori, the kensho, the bigger boat in Jaws. Remember that movie? And the obelisk in Space Odyssey. So when I compared the obelisk in Space Odyssey to a Zen master or a cone, it was a stretch too far, apparently. It was a stepping stone too far, a bridge too far. It didn't fit. So, won't even look at those dots. I'll erase you. You see, you don't fit. You don't fit, so you get erased, excommunicated, or in serious conditions, burned at the stake or crucified. But anyway, that's a stretch. So the whole point is, with the Zen Fits, is that I offer stretches, metaphors, connections, dots. Connect the dots. Oh, bigger picture. Whatever we focus on is never the whole picture. Whatever we see and believe is real, substantial, exists, is never the whole picture. There are dots you're not seeing. This is how conspiracy theories bloom, because conspiracy theories connect dots. Anyway, I don't want to get in that. We're staying with Zen as a stretch. The bigger boat. So why is the obelisk in the movie? Go back and see the movie. Most people have seen it. Made a powerful impression. I think it was 2001. Well, actually, it was Space Odyssey 2001. So the obelisk appears at the beginning with some apes, and most of the apes don't see it. One ape apparently sees it, and he goes over and suddenly figures out how to use a stick as a tool. He made a leap. That's not just a stick, it's a weapon. Boom. You see, and then the next time it appears with the astronauts. And several times later, but every time it appears, there is a leap. There is a jump. There is an evolution. There is a transcendence. In other words, the stretch of Zen is the stretch of transcendence. You transcend the picture of the world that you believe in. It's not a donkey. It's you. You are the world, and the world is you. So when you make that leap, you see, you're not leaping. Well, we do usually. It's like a leap to a bigger boat, or a leap to a bigger fishbowl. That's still something. But the final leap of Zen is the leap out of form, where everything is you. Everything, the world is you looking back. You're seeing yourself through the world, and the world is seeing you. And there is a leap beyond the boundary of me versus the world. And this is awakening. So then wherever you go, you find yourself. You find the world without boundaries, without that gap, without that. You live in a world that is always creative, that everything is a stepping stone. Everything is a dot to a bigger picture. Everything is a stretch, because everything is an irritant. In other words, everything is a question. Whenever you have a rub or an irritant or a little anxiety or a little pebble in the shoe, what is it? Why is it there? What is it asking? What is it showing you? It's another dot in this picture you believe is real. It's you. It's your expansion. It's your transcendence, you see. But you have to work with the dot. You have to question it. Why is it here? Why is this obelisk here? What is this obelisk? You see. The reason the obelisk is like a Zen cone is because it has no reference to the known world. To the astronauts, they suddenly see this obelisk, and it has no reference. There's no cause to it. There is no meaning to it. They can't name it. If you say this is an obelisk, that's because you know what an obelisk is in your memory. You know, the Egyptians had obelisks. That's what it is. Well, now you're making that extra dot part of the donkey. You're just stretching the donkey to include the obelisk. Oh, well, it means it's a saddle on the donkey. Now I know what it is, you see. But they couldn't do that. The obelisk has no meaning. But it's there. What is it? So with Zen, all of these Zen koans, these little, called mondos, or little dramas between the monk and the master. Monk asked a question, and the master is like Batman slapping Robin. Whew, that's not it. What is it? The monk can't figure it out. So the Zen master the cone, the little drama, the mondo, which is a Zen drama between master and monk, you see, is the obelisk. You have to work with it. What is it? And suddenly, when you exhaust your working with it, but don't leave it, when you relax your mind, suddenly the bigger picture pops in. I see. Now the knowing or the seeing is Zen, not what you see. The seeing is the Zen. In the seeing, just experiment with this. When you have one of these little social media puzzles, what is it? Do you see the monkey in the picture, or whatever? The question is, that's a cone. That's Zen. You see it? Can you relax your mind? Can you struggle with it and then relax your mind, and then suddenly, spontaneously, the larger picture or the hidden picture pops into perception? Then you cannot not see it, you see. Now you can't unsee it. Once you see it, you can't undo it, you see. But this is a metaphor, because now you're just seeing another picture, but the actual core of Zen is not what you see, but the knowing, the sudden knowing. The sudden knowing, not what you know, but that you know is Zen. That you know is who you are, not what you know, because there are always different whats. Everything is a different what you know. I know this, you know that. Which one is true? I don't know. What is not who you are. What is known? What is named? Put in the dictionary, in the encyclopedia. Every what you can look up look it up on Google. You're not Google. You're the looking at Google. You're the knowing of Google, you see. You're that which knows. That's the primary. That's who you are, not what you know, because what you know is many. It's always changing. But that you know never changes. That you know. Meditate on that. Thanks for dropping in.